broadcast of the day. I hope everybody is all right. Okay, we are going straight to the program. But before then, please like the video, comment and tell us where you're watching from. Your comment is very important to us. And please, if you have anything to say about the program, just put it on comment section while we are streaming. Then I will respond to that. And also share the video at any group of your choice, Facebook group, WhatsApp group. Just share it so that others will get to know the video and our platform. Then we have to start the program properly. This is just a few seconds of the program, and we already have people here. Please, guys, like the video, okay? Give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up. I appreciate you as you do so. Just excuse me, let me say it. Okay. Chidu Bemu Ema, I see you. Truth must be spoken. Obi Eze, Mazendewo. That's what the Obi Eze said. Obi Eze, I see you. Thank you, guys. Just like the video, like the video. Let's start with this is just 1 minute on the program and 1 minute in the program, and you guys are here. And I have to share this with us. But before then, let me tell you why I put the comment. I know the title of this video the way it is. Like you can see that PM he corrupted the minds of a Guinness company, okay, that made them to announce that they're going to leave Nigeria after 75 years of operation in Nigeria. Paul Kotus, I see you, my brother. You say good evening, sir. Good evening to you, Paul. Where are you watching from, Paul? And Obieze, I see you. Obieze, I see you guys. You two of you seem to be the new. This is for the first time to comment on my live broadcast, I think. If you have, maybe I skip your comment, but as a first commentator today, I have to appreciate you guys so much for your time and your support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, this is what the Guinness company have prepared to announce. They have announced it, not even prepared, but they are going to leave the country anytime soon. Okay, they are going to leave Nigeria very, very, very soon. If you've watched the video that we have been, reacting on these few days, is all about what Nigerian Igbo senators are actually saying. Some not only Igbo, some people from Oduduwa, which we are going to look at his own comment about the so-called insecurity, quote unquote, in Nigeria. So we are going to listen to that Oduduwa man as well. And the thing they have in common is all of them are pointing at PM. That's what they have in common. Some of them say that even though Commander Chief Priest as well, that Southeast is becoming a kind of dangerous place to operate and to live. Okay, Guinness company is not only in Southeast. I don't even think they have office in Southeast. I don't think, but I know of the Browell. Maybe they are part of Guinness. I don't know. I cannot just tell you what I don't know. But what I know for sure is that even if they have, their head office is not in Southeast. And so it's Simon Ekpa that now making them to leave the country. We are going to know the reason why they say they want to leave. And we'll see if it has to do with Simon Ekpa or not. Or Biafran. Because last time I checked, I know that many companies that are leaving Nigeria going to Ghana and neighboring countries, and it has not to do with Biafran agitator or Biafran agitation or PM. So when you hear them shouting, "Oh, you are causing insecurity and the business cannot move in Southeast," ask them, how many businesses did you introduce in Southeast? How many of them? Let's continue. I just want you to know the reason why the title is the way it is and where we are going with this live broadcast. Then okay, then some of us are not aware of the intention of these politicians. But if you are following us, maybe you begin to develop some reasons why they're doing what they're doing. But in everything they're doing, they are not going to succeed because people are not happy, whether you're in support of Biafra or not. a video that we are going to look at in this broadcast as well, you will see what soldiers did. You know, if you notice these few days, every broadcast that I do, I always touch about soldiers, because the dangerous part of the whole thing going on now is that soldiers are inclusive. In fact, they are the main player in what is going on in insecurity that's going on, that Nigerians have today. The kidnapping, torture, disappearance of people, setting houses ablaze. You know, when soldiers are getting involved in this kind of thing, that is anarchy. That is just a fact. Everything that happened today, the one that happened in Ebonyi, Zamfara, Jigawa, Meduguri, Benue, name it, Enugu, Imo, and none of them happened without hands of soldier. You know, Koma village, it must go to the soldiers. That's why Nigerian soldiers are well, you know, they are well trained to attack people, or not to protect anybody. But their training did not go in line with what soldiers are known for. Seeing the activities and what they're doing. Like I always say, this platform don't preach violence. We don't preach hatred. We only bring the information the way it is, without propaganda, without telling you to go out and do this. No. You understand? We only tell you what we know. We cannot claim what we don't know. So for clarity purpose, we are not preaching violence. We are not in support of anything, you know, buying, killing anybody. No. We are not in support of it. The only thing I want the friends to understand is that what you are doing is the right thing. You are protecting yourself. You are asking for your freedom. Live and let live. Nothing more. Anybody who is telling you otherwise actually wants you to go, you know, benefit. You know what I mean by that? To answer Chukwu Brahma speedily. And that is a very, very bad thing, and no for us. Sam Gold, I see your comment. You say, Mass, greeting from my location, Owerri. I salute you, my brother. How is Owerri today? I was told that some people decided to, you know, receive baptism, which I have seen the video, and I'm not going to share it because of the platform. So we are not going to share anything, graphic, image, or no. So if you have not seen that, let me know. Maybe I will direct you on where you see those things. People that have, okay, PM have some picture of that, or some video of that on his S handle. So you can also see that there. Because I have seen the videos elsewhere before I now go to PM, Twitter, and I noticed that he is aware of, and he made a comment on that as well. So my people, like the video. We are going straight to start. Let's start this program with the so-called labor union requesting for increment in wages of civil servants and other, which is good for our people that are still believing in Nigeria. It's good for you. But the problem is that the government are saying no to that. The information that we are going to hear now is from Channels TV. Let me start that program.
We will surely get back to Mr. Onyeka. Perhaps, Mr. Onyeka, you're back with us now. So you were clarifying that Labour has not at any time conceded to 62,000 naira minimum. Would you thoughts there before we come to the next question?
We have never considered that. Neither have we considered 100,000 naira. All those are speculations, from some individuals. And sometimes we see the hands of government in trying to spread the propaganda in order to seek to discredit the leadership of the organized labor. But that is not true. Our figure is 250,000, and that is our base. That is where we are.
All right, Mr. Onyeka. So I'm happy you mentioned the fact that you did your analytics, more like a cost of living index across the country. And I saw that you came to that 615,000. I had a conversation with Mr. George where he broke it down. But in your analytics, did you also consider the level of buoyancy across states? Because we know that some states, in terms of revenue across board, is abysmal, which is why they are raising concern. And governors have come with that grandstanding position that even the 60,000 naira that has been proposed by the federal government is unsustainable for them.
That is not the reality. The truth is that the governors can pay 250,000 naira minimum wage without any problem if they stop collecting their security votes, which they are not using for any.
Okay.
For example, if they stop paying their past governors and deputy governors pension.
In fact, the reason why I'm bringing this news at all in this broadcast is this part that is having issue. But let me tell you what he just said. Or do you want me to take it back? Let me take it back a bit before I can now comment on that, because this is the reason why I actually playing the video to you for you to hear, because this part goes in line with what I said a few days ago, that these people are paying as governors. Nigeria is the only country whereby somebody will serve as a governor. Okay, let me say deputy governor, from deputy non-governor. Do you know that they receive pension in other somebody who is someone who served as a governor now moved to Senate, current serving as a Senate, answering senator. This is ex-governor. They are still paying him salary as a ex-governor, pension, as if he's serving in retirement zone, that he's no more working. They are paying him pension as an ex-governor. He's still receiving his salary. Sullivan Chim of Enugu State, Will Obiano of Anambra State, Rogers Okorocha of Imo State, Ojo, who is now a senator in Abia State. They are, Ojo have served in Abia State, and not Ekpa also served. Ojo is still receiving money as ex-governor of Abia State. Then he's not in Senate. Then he's still receiving every allowance, allocation, everything going to senators. He's receiving it. Party budget and co. They are still receiving it. Just for you to see the system. And if you sit down and pour all those things, in you trying to understand and figure a way out, my brothers and my sisters, you cannot do anything. The only thing you have to do is to see a way to, get yourself, environment that will suit you, where you can live like a human being, and that is Biafra. For some of you who think that, what is this? What is it in this Biafra? First of all, before you understand what is it in Nigeria first, before you can now question people, what is it in Biafra that you guys are talking Biafra? Some even went as far as saying that once Biafra come, it will be as corrupt as Nigeria. There is no country on earth that will allow that kind of thing to happen. That an ex-governor is still serving as a senator. Not that he did not contest to be, because as a governor, they will do everything to make sure that, someone that will succeed them in the seat of governorship will be their own boy. I mean, the person must do what they want. Then he will not move from that side and contest to another position, which is, of course, Senate. And the Senate, as a senator, they receive more allowance than anybody. That one is where money is yafun. It's not enough for them. Like last time I checked, we calculated, I think 29 million per month. 29 million, just the few number that you can lay hands on. I was told there's other many allowances, including suffering allowance. Suffering that created by who? These people are the only people receiving allowance for suffering. Like when the dollar is going up and down, that hardship is too much. They are receiving an allowance of that. They are reading newspaper allowance, wardrobe, of course, allowance, transportation allowance, every allowance. And the same person is still receiving money as an ex-governor of any state they have served. Some of them who couldn't make it in Senate, they are serving as a minister, like Dave Umahi of today. Dave Umahi is a potential senator. Watch out. After serving now, he will come back again with the poster, with, of course, federal appointment and federal contact. He will win he will serve as a senator. That means he's receiving money from, as a governor. He have graduated to minister. After serving as a minister, now he will become a senator. probably 8 years. Then he will now come back and start making pushing for more ministerial position, or telling you that he's a president, he have experience. Because when you hear them talking about experience, I have experience. I have experience. The experience is how corrupt you can be when it comes to election. Are you able to, do one of dangerous something that we may put people's life in danger? It doesn't matter, but let it be that way, so that we see what is the experience of Nigerian politicians. Anything good come out from them? That's why it's not. Let me not say much. Let me allow this labor. This man is sounded like what is this man from Edo State? Someone should remind me the name of this former governor of Edo State, who served as labor chairman during the time of Obasanjo, and later become governor of Edo. Today he's not a senator. He served as a senator. I think he's still a senator. I don't know. This man that looks like almost Obasanjo. What is the name of that man? Someone should remind me of his name. When he was serving as as a labor chairman, Nigerians were so happy that if you put Adams Oshomole, thank you, Oshomole. If you put Oshomole in as a president of Nigeria, this man, about federal, oh my goodness, this man will make everything work. That is when he was serving. Like this one that said his name is Chris Oyeka. People, if you listen to him now, you say, oh, this kind of the brain we want in government, in the ministerial position. We want this brain in federal, in presidential seat. This is the kind of brain we want. Put him there. Because and some of us don't know that in Senate House, most of these senators are chopping sanction like tomorrow. Once you want to question any criminality, they will smash you with sanction, and that sanction, those allocations will be denied from you. So in a month, you end up losing up to 13, 10 or 13 million, or if not more than. And you can never be where they are passing bill or anything. They will sideline you. They will, just like somebody, they will communicate to you simply because you want to put this right. Oh, after something that nobody will care for you, your colleague will be calling you on phone. Oh boy, this way you talk, say fuck up. No, we are not here. Forget about it. That's all they do. I'm here. What did they worry you? You come here, think them a joke. You know, won't be like others. No, now when you do this, and then you could get the opportunity to serve more. There was wash and and hung. Are they prayerful? And they're not prayerful. They don't even know about any feelings of a common man. It takes somebody with Jesus Christ to reason like a normal human being in the midst of these people. Let's continue.
Our figure is 250,000, and that is our base. That is where we are.
All right, Mr. Oyeka. So I'm happy you mentioned the fact that you did your analytics, more like a cost of living index across the country. And I saw that you came to that 615,000. I had a conversation with Mr. George where he broke it down. But in your analytics, did you consider the level of buoyancy across states? Because we know that some states revenue across board is abysmal, which is why they are raising concern. And governors have come with that grandstanding position that even the 60,000 naira that has been proposed by the federal government is unsustainable for them.
That is not the reality. The truth is that the governors can pay 250,000 naira minimum wage without any problem if they stop collecting their security votes, which they are not using for anything. For example, if they stop paying their past governors and deputy governors pension while they sit at the National Assembly, they will have more money to pay. If they reduce the cost of governance in their respective states, they will be able to pay.
You see how this man is very, very articulated. He's just hitting the point. Reduce, do this. You have more money to pay minimum wages. And that is just a fact. Give this man opportunity now to implement what he's saying now. Just like what our sister here said, Gloria Igwe. Gloria Igwe, you're right. In fact, I loved your comment. You said, just like Soludo was speaking the language, but when elected, he switched on his people. That is it. That is it. Even some of us have watched a video of Soludo discussing about Biafra, giving details, telling Nigerians that Biafra have a case here. That this is, but immediately he become governor. What did he do? First thing is to have to recruit the Bubago to go and get Biafrans. Chuka, I see your comment. You said Oshomole, yes, and okay, Aneze I see you also, and Izechuku, I see you, and who again? I made a comment here. Panekwa, okay, I see your comment, and somebody. You would Biafra, okay, now I see it, because I know that somebody dropped a comment. You would Biafra, I see you. So it's not about what they're saying now, but check other people that have sound like him, okay, before they're elected. Let's continue, because I don't want to waste time in this live broadcast. Hopefully, we are going to maintain the time.
We have people who are also people from our own side, who are also in government at the state levels. And we have had these conversations all these years. The governors have to have a heart of humanity. They have to understand that the salaries of workers are the things that workers depend on to survive. And they will have to put themselves, they have to have empathy for Nigerian workers. Because if you do not pay workers well, they will not be able to live as human beings. You strip them of that thing that makes a human being. And so, governors should realize that if they cut down on their greed, if they cut down on the waste at the state levels, then they will have more money to pay workers. The state government's treasuries are all awash with Naira, giving the hike in the price of PMS. They are awash with Naira, and they cannot claim not to have Naira. They have Naira. I am conscious of using the fact Naira. They are awash of Naira in their coffers, and they should be humane enough to extend this to workers and pay them the 250,000 Naira that we are demanding.
Well, comrade, the other part of the argument has been the states do not get equal FAC allocations. In fact, some other states get extra on top, derivation and the rest. It's also been said that in other climes, you find that different states have different minimum wage threshold. Yes, there might be a federal threshold, but the states eventually either add, or if they can't pay as much as that, they find a way to negotiate based on their reality. So is that something you will support as well, having different minimum wage across states, one maybe based on the FAC allocation they get and what they have described as their ability to pay, or you just want a standard minimum wage?
My brother, the reality is this, that salaries across states are not the same. They are not the same. So the fact that you have these objective realities in all the states has already taken care of that. This is called a national minimum wage. It is not called a state wage or a regional wage. It's a national minimum wage. It is a base that Nigeria as a nation has sat down to say that there is no citizen of this nation that should...
Nigeria is not a nation, Nigeria is a country. You just created a country, not a nation. Anyway, I don't want to, play this too long. Let's just play a few, maybe 1 minute more, then we'll drop it, because they're discussing about, going back and forward, all those things. It's not my type at all. It's not my type. Let's go to something meaningful.
Below this. That's why it's called a wage floor. And so it's a national issue. We as a people, as Nigerians, we've agreed that this is the basis. Now, state governors can now decide on their own to increase or pay whatever they like in some states that are paying higher. The state was paying higher. Lagos State was paying higher. River State were also paying higher. So you cannot find the same salary across all the states. No, that is not true. So the reality is that the objective realities in all the states have already taken care of this particular position according to the fact that they receive from the federal government. But we're talking of a national minimum wage here, which is statutory and which has to be complied with by every law-abiding Nigerian organization, including the state governors.
So, Mr. Yeka, perhaps it would be you to tell us what to expect this week. As we saw last week, how Labour went on strike, and indeed the national grid was.
Anyway, that is where we are going to stop the video, and let us go move to another another thing that matters to us. Yes, I told us, if you watch from the beginning, I told us that there's this issue of Nigerian army beating somebody up and ended up buying the person publicly, and people watch that live. Let me play the video and see if there's any issue that will allow me, maybe that will not allow me to play it publicly. Otherwise, I will let it go. But let's see. Irekife Akpobi said the only thing Nigerian Labour Congress can do is talk. The leader knows this, but the fact is that they don't care, and many gullible Nigerians will not learn. None of these leaders wants us as Nigerians to enjoy. My brother, I think this is your first time in this live broadcast, and you said none of these people are Nigerians. So it is obvious that you are one Nigerianist. You are the type that believe Nigeria will work. Okay, so you think that what do you think that you would do to make these Nigerian leaders you are talking about to behave like normal human beings? What do you think that is the answer to the problem that you yourself have pointed out here? What is the solution? Anyway, while waiting for Akpobi to answer, let me bring to you this. Okay, the video you are. Sorry. Just hold on. Let me bring it back. Now, the video you're about to watch now. Let me play it first. The voice is, I blocked the voice, but what you are watching here is where Nigerian forces, okay, are beating somebody up, assaulting him. Then the guy, look, this guy on pink, you can see him now. Now he went here, they push him to this place, and instantly they buy him there. Now this is from Sahara Reporter. Sahara Reporter said, lawless Nigerian soldiers led by Lieutenant Ekpa brutalized as assistant director in Defense Ministry. So the man they fired here is not somebody that you said that they don't know him. That man hold position as a assistant director in Defense Ministry. Then let me look for another media platform that well explain this, because I was searching for the details to know what happened here that made them to fight this man instantly. And some people detailed it. Let me look for that news, that particular platform that I think is it Vanguard? I think it should be Vanguard. Let me see. I think I have it here with me. Okay, yeah, it is. It's not Vanguard. Sorry, it's Punch. Okay, it's Punch newspaper. Now, this is it. Why I'm showing you all those things is for you to understand why Biafra freedom is the only answer you have. Trying to manage it and trying to patch it, believing that someday, one day, angels of God will descend and make it work is not possible. It's not possible because it's not that God cannot do it, but God can only help those who help themselves. If you don't recruit ndị ọjọọ, ndị ọjọọ bịara ịmụ nwa, mụkwa ndị ọjọọ n'ụwa onye ọjọọ, mụọ nwa n'obodo ọjọọ, achị n'obodo ọjọọ, there's no way it will work. The video, Defense Ministry, civilian staff protest against soldiers' brutality. The civilian staff of the Ministry of Defense on Tuesday protested the alleged brutalization of their colleagues by military personnel. So mention one thing in recent days or in recent years in Nigeria that has nothing to do with army. Just mention one thing. They are always there. And the same army is the army that we have been told that they're recruiting Boko Haram. So what is Boko Haram known for? I think your guess is as good as mine. The protesters who blocked entry and exit to the complex alleged that their colleagues were being brutalized without regard for civil laws. They don't care about laws. Boko don't have anything law. That is a known fact. Boko people don't have anything law. So waiting for them to obey law is just like asking an Igbo man to lead prayer in mosques. You understand? It's not what we are known for. Addressing journalists, the chairman of the Joint Executive Council, the umbrella body of affiliated unions of civilian staff in the ministry, Didan Joel, stated that the civilian staff are an endangered species. Recalling incidents against the civilian staff, Joel alleged that an assistant director was brutalized. You know, one thing about Nigerian newspaper is that they always say alleged. Something that you are watching in you have the video is alleged. Anyway, I don't know when it become reality. I don't know. Okay, assistant director was brutalized on Monday in Lagos, adding that they could no longer bear the situation. And these are see them protesting.
Day for us because the one that led to this action is because yesterday you see the videos trending where one of our assistant directors, civilian, was brutalized by some private soldiers in Lagos, the command secondary school in Ibadan, Lagos. And they have killed somebody already, one of our members, Dr. Richard, for some months back. And we have asked the management to react, but up to today, we've not seen any action. And continuously, last month, one of our civilian staff was locked in the gantry at the judge for 1 month, over a month now. It was because we had to meet the PAP that they called and he was released. And then yesterday again, this incident happened again. So it means we are endangered species in the Ministry of Defense. And that is why we have agreed in the union that all the civilian personnel should withdraw all our services in all the Ministry of Defense formations, everywhere from the headquarters.
So nationwide, we are withdrawing our services to the military until the Minister of Defense himself, and the CDS come here, and then we will give them our own demand, because we are endangered now. We don't know who will be next. Richard has died. So many people have been fatalized. Too much. So we are not taking it again. We don't want to see anybody except the minister and the CDS, because we must put a stop to this brutality and killing of our civilian staff. Then, if that is the case, then there will be need for Ministry of Defense in Nigeria. If they cannot defend or protect us, and these incidents have been occurring on decimal, see, we cannot take it again.
Because this thing that he's saying here is not hidden. The military is the issue, one of the major. You hear insecurity. Where do you think it comes from? You think insecurity will just fall from heaven? Let me hold the volume because I don't want them. So civilians working with Nigerian Ministry of Defense, that's Nigerian Army, security agencies and all that, they are just like, you know, crayfish. Anytime maybe they go out, somebody provoke them, they'll come back and bring one and find one of them. Because nobody will. Have you seen where they are trying, where they bring an army man to? Yesterday, I just told us another news, the one that happened that a child by him, because of Nigerian army as well. And this is the same army that every day everybody is talking about, this and that. In Edo State, they buy army and nobody is talking. In Delta, okay, the same thing happens. So, but when it has to do with Igbo speaking region, it becomes national issue. Everybody wants to. I am not here to tell you what you should do, but you yourself will do what you want to do. But the truth must be told. Like one of our follower here always comment that I think Dubem always say that truth must be told. We are here to say the truth. Military can never change, and they are the key problem. Key one. All this thing you are hearing today is that not only military, every security agent in Nigeria at DSS, of course. Where is SARS today? Those people that received training in SARS, where do you think they ended up? So Nigerian is not something that you cannot predict. And the best way to make sure that you are not a victim of this thing is to start agitating today. Join people that are asking for breakup. Without it, you're on. Here is the Yoruba man that I told that we are going to watch his video. I have not watched this video, to be honest with you, but when I read the comment of EM on this video, it gave me an idea of what the video is all about. The willing Afonja, okay, willers at their terrorist assemble. Innocent people has 4 victims of Biafran sit at home, but Guluka, I think the owner of this person the Guluka own is not proving why they have proven others allegedly. Okay, okay. I understand it, which is true. When things happen, they will tell you alleged. But when it has to happen to them, they will tell you that they will go straight and say it the way it is, which is true. Now, let's hear from this Oduduwa man.
Mr. President, sir, quite a number of innocent people have fallen victims. I recall with great sadness that a great friend of mine, Ahmed Bilal, was allegedly shot, though unproven, by people who have been trying to enforce this sit-at-home order. I therefore want to urge our colleagues to do everything that is possible to put a stop to this national malaise that has the capacity, if not strength, in grounding the whole nation economically. I so support the motion. Thank you, Mr.
So he's here throwing his support to the call of Igbo senators on making sure they quench sit at home. But what he don't understand is that the sit at home was not being forced on anybody. It is something that people are doing willingly. And the understanding is there. People have the knowledge of the reason why they have to sit at home. Something that the government of Nigeria couldn't do is what the federal government have done. Make it clear to people to understand the reason why you are calling for sit at home. People will reason in line with what you have. They understand it. Without it, you can't. What do you think? What makes you think that people, for example, when during the general election, for you to know that the government is one buying people because they want to prove that Biafrans are the one creating problem. Whenever sit at home is being announced, they have to plan behind the scene to do one or two things and say Biafrans have done this, they are forcing. Why I'm saying this is this. How many of you remember that Biafran have sit at home in Biafran land during general election, and P2B, what did he do? He decided to move around, going place to place, seeking for who to engage him, because the whole world are watching. He volunteered himself. As God may have it, his opposition party did not utilize that opportunity very well to attack him. Had it been that he was being attacked, they will say it's Biafran. But because the opposition party couldn't do much, they focused on how to rig, how to make sure they disgrace him, which they ended up doing. They did not do anything. P2B was moving around in Enugu, and his followers, all those Facebook content creators that threw Biafran flag somewhere and start shouting "Now Nigeria." Few of them were shouting "Obi, Obi." They are not shouting on this in the streets of Anambra, and nobody questioned them. Nobody forced any settlement on them. They did not see any threat because government was busy planning on how to rig election. P2B was Anambra people who went out to vote to their people. Some of them voted him, some of them did not. But it is only people that identify themselves as call obedient that was out. What I'm saying is that nobody attacked them. It was to prove to you that nobody is forcing that step on. It is government people, those governors, they are the one doing those things, using army to do those things just to see how they can paint IPOB and Biafrans black. After doing that, they will be the one to go. They will go to media. Then they will not tell you alleged. They will be talking as if the whole thing have been vindicated in law court. Because why, if you ask them, why are you using alleged, they say you have to go to court. They have to prove beyond reasonable doubt that this thing actually happened. But when something happened to them the way they don't want, they will be the first to come out. They forgot they have any judiciary or lawyer and judges system to go through this incident. They will be the one to rule the case, and this is how many suicide was being by. They will tell you the person, but they did not go to court to make sure that that the person actually did what they're claiming that the person have done. I hope you are following what I'm saying. We saw this video. I saw it last week, and PM shared it today. And why I want to bring it to you is the comment that PM made here. Of course, that's different between PM and most of us. He is a very calm human being that don't allow emotion to get into his decision. What he said here, just read this. You would have made more sense in Biafran army uniform. You have made more sense in Biafran army uniform. PM telling these people, these are group of Igbo people, okay, in Nigerian army. I don't know where they are, that they gather themselves here, shouting and singing. And now let me allow the video to play. That is Igbo soldiers in Nigeria singing, and if you want to play the full destiny, you can go to PM tweet. I hope this will not give the video an issue. I don't mean to bring any sound here, but for the listening pleasure of my people, I just want to hear this what they're saying. But I don't want to play it long because maybe it could be an issue. But let's see the one I played so far, how it will be. But my people, the reason why PM said this is for you to understand the kind of person he is. That's why I'm bringing it. That's why I decided to bring it here. He still have room for these our brothers that are not paying attention to the details. Because if you pay attention to the details, there's no way you wake up in the morning and take shower, put on this uniform, and go out thinking that you are going to work. That Nigerian army, working as a Nigerian agent, a security agent today as a Igbo man, is one of the most dangerous work to do in ever. I'd rather be a diver in ocean than to work as army in Nigeria. Like I said, I'm not your enemy, but I'm telling you the gospel. In fact, what I'm doing is actually to save your life, for you to have a rethink, because your colleague, the agenda they have is totally different. Is totally different from what you have joining army. If that makes sense. Let's move to another one because I'm rushing the program now. We are already in 45 minutes and still counting, so I don't want it to hit to the maximum hour, which is 1 hour plus. Let's see.
You can wait to transfer 20,000 naira. It's people that
Just a moment.
So I know you are in America and I'm fundraising. On our account to have factor.
I don't know why it's having an issue.
Come on to do I don't know. Okay, in America, I'm a member of POS. I do am bought $11,000. I need tables. I go and give my music and go to side. You can wait to transfer 20,000 naira. People that have so I know you are in America and I'm fundraising. On our account to have factor. Come to do I don't know. In America, I'm a member of POS. I do am bought $11,000. I need tables. I go and give my music and go to side. Okay, this is where you're here. Imagine America, you will go. America, Father Fanseven, I want they are not ready to be a member. And this movement, if you cannot be able to comply with this movement, carbon not suspended. I came and we can more than not suspended your time. Come on, or you see, I'm Maria Chegalia. Now, come on. Kina na say na suspend there na expel, so you don't need to pronounce suspension. No, expel. You must say we are here suspending these names and they hereby expel them. No. If you gonna suspend the lawyer for the past 6 months, but not still more. Yes, now today I expel him. Now everything now has a fund is no longer workable. Simon Ekpa make Emmanuel will problem when Simon Ekpa make Emmanuel will problem when I radio Biafra. They change the laugh at you when you want to Sophia Carlo. When you not do career Simon Ekpa long ago. But when they tell you Simon Jabba Wuham, Ndino na Abuja, Emmanuel to all of us. Oh no, I didn't see no walking wouldn't near. Simon make Emmanuel will only Sophia. I know they go under the leadership of Nan the Cado. I am one of so social no good no name. Oh, the Katie and Maria, Simon Maria. I don't touch a Elijah man with Jesus. I don't know Jesus one to open a bend now, my fiancé. You don't have to knock the sun. Elianias on your charges. I can't well I know on your chago.
Black fans are very funny. Okay, I want to pay attention to this news. This information is from a white person, or maybe an Arab man. I don't know if he's white or an Arab person. Just hear what this person said here.
Condemning it. Not what Hamas did on October 7 was not only against Jews, but also against Christians and Muslims. Surprisingly or not, I never heard any imam in the world condemning it. Not even one. I never heard any Muslims in the world condemn what Hamas did on October 7. All of them were silent, and they knew why. It's the silence when they know there is genocide in Nigeria, Iran, and Sudan. What Hamas did on October 7 was not only against Jews.
What this man is saying is that what Hamas did, against Israel was not condemned by many Muslim leaders. And it was not against the Jews only, it was against the Christians. That the world are silent about it. None of them, they don't have, the courage to condemn it. Just like when it happened in Nigeria, in Sudan, in Iran. This to tell you that everybody, if anybody that pay attention to what is going on, we understand that Nigeria is a target. And that is why we are crying out on our brothers in Nigerian army, because they are just like when you have somebody that is facing a week. Bro, Nigeria is more of hell. That is it. And somebody, this Akbobi is saying otherwise. That's why I don't go through his comment anymore, because I noticed that he don't even pay attention to the event. And we have somebody, Michael Nduka. Michael Nduka said the rich is selfish and wanted the poor to buy. These are, I think, both of you are kind of you are in support of Nigerian existence. Anyway, Armstrong is here. Armstrong, I greet you. Hello, bro. Hello. I was not condemned by any Muslim at all. It was not condemned by any Muslim at all. That's just a fact, and that's what this man is saying here. That the same thing goes when it happened to Nigeria, Sudan, and many other countries, because they are not ready to do what they should do to make sure that, to make sure that everything is, goes the way it should be, because they know the agenda. And that is why people should focus on liberating themselves from this plan. So C0rupt is somehow trying to get involved with the protest. But I don't know why this guy loves protest so much. He don't joke with the protest. So I don't joke with protest. So this will be the last video that we're going to react this hour. We have more, but like I said, I'm trying to work on with time. This is Abaribe, okay, from Arise News. Open grazing bill. People are buying if they don't let cow graze on their land. Abaribe. There is overwhelming support of the anti-open grazing bill, because every Nigerian is tired of it. Senator Abaribe, Abia South Senator District, and whatever program pattern. So let's hear Abaribe. This is just about 5 minutes video, but let's see if you can play them. If I have not watched it,
we must make mention.
So let's go.
This is not just didn't start now. It's a way, and some people in the Senate will get up and tell, but it's a way of life. How do you check? No, it was a way of life for us to kill twins. It was also a way of life for us to bury.
So there's going to be some
people.
kind of
so they must have to
evolutionary change.
It's an evolutionary change, and that comes with education.
Right.
So where the real problem is rather than us struggling to make sure that everybody has education, everybody has a change, everybody moves with the new things today. Some people want to leave some citizens, right, to stay, let them just stay where they are as illiterate, uneducated, herders roaming around, right, and killing people.
Yeah, but the point is that there are different types of education. There's obviously the education where you go to school and start learning your ABCs from the very start up to the end. There's the other form of education, which is educating people about this new ranching proposal. Is there going to be a period of consultation? Because you're not going to educate those people. I mean, you're not going to put them through school, but you can.
This is where I have problem with these politicians and their utterances. What he's saying here is fact. I'm not disputing that, but you are not educating someone that already know what he's doing. You think that they are doing that of ignorance or out of lack of education? No, it is belief. It is their norms. It is their culture. You say that you want to change it because we are used to buy twins and all that. See, it is different when it has to do with religion. It is difficult when it has to do. You are doing it ignorantly, but when it comes to religion, it's a different thing entirely. These people, your colleague in that's your Senate chambers, are the one, they know what you know. They're the same level of education you have is what they have. They went to the same university with you. In fact, their brothers in the Home of Affairs are the one issuing certificates to you to tell you that you are not a graduate. So what are you talking about? They are aware of what they're doing, and they know why they're using those uneducated ones that you call them to execute their belief and agenda. Imagine after the education they have acquired, they still believe that this thing they're doing is good. That's to tell you that this is not about education. This is about an agenda. This is about belief system. You understand? And this one is not about the same thing with your own belief system and all that. What we teach them, the lesson that they will learn from it is when you allow them to practice that in their household, not bringing it to you. If they bring it to you, you face them. That's the only thing that will give you remedy. That's the only thing. Without it, we are deceiving ourselves. And he's here trying to put it like, it's not actually their fault. It's about the poor education system. No. Ahmadu Bello, was he not educated? Was Ahmadu Bello, or whatever he called himself, was he an illiterate? I don't think so. Go and listen when he talk. You will understand if his English was even well polished than most of people that are in government today. When you hear him talk, you understand that man is not an illiterate. But he was the one pushing for colonization. With all the Soyinka today that is pretending that the Tinubu is best, and once Tinubu pull in the public, he will clap for him. He will turn blind eyes. But when other people do something, he will be the first to condemn. Was Soyinka not educated? When you have this kind of educated people with agenda, it's more deadly, and that's what is eating people up. And about the best, you understand, you should know better, because I think you also that you have some wisdom in you, but lately you are doing everything so bad anyway. I don't want to go deeper about you, but let me just allow you to do your thing for now.
Educate them, those people who are most likely to be affected by this new ranching proposal, because the herders, for instance, who, as you've said, are uneducated, they're suspicious of authority, they need to be convinced, as do the farmers who are worried about their land and farms.
Why would they not be? If we suppose all the people who say we are elite, we tell people what to do. If you can tell somebody what to do in elections and say vote for A or B or C, why will you not be able to tell them how to improve their lives? In fact, it's very funny that they themselves, some of my colleagues, will tell you that, that the Nigerian cow, that the yield from milk is so low and all that, but that the yield from the one that is in an environment that is and that the meat is more tender, is bigger and all that. They will tell you all this, but the point is, why don't you want to do it? Why do you want another citizen to be a second-class citizens.
Well, the point here, really, Senator, is
Yes.
that if there, I mean, I'm wondering whether, along with this proposed ranching bill, there is an education component.
Obviously,
Right.
the point really is that everything is encompassed within it. All it takes is the willingness.
Just a moment.
To do it.
Right.
And of course, we have said that since the bill has passed the second reading, so it's going to go to the point where everybody will be invited. So we invite Mieti Allah. We invite the Nigerian Farmers Association from each state and all that. We invite each governor because they also have a role to play. Then, when everyone is there, what are the issues that we will now have to deal with? It's just for us to be able to talk to each other with an open mind.
So there's still a long process.
Of course, there's a process that we must have to pass through. But what we don't want is a situation where, whenever the matter comes up, all manners of obstacles are put on the way to make sure that Nigerians will continue to be at each other's throat, and non-Nigerians are coming in and killing Nigerians and taking over their land, because that is another subset of the problem.
Okay.
Of course, it's a problem that everybody is looking at and people are avoiding to talk about it. We cannot avoid to talk about it.
Okay.
Whole villages, areas of the plateau, of the Benue, and even stretching all the way now to Enugu State, down to my own state in Abia. Why? Would somebody come and say, we're just going to let our cows to graze, and if you complain, they kill you because they have the high-powered rifles which the farmer does not have.
But you see, so you are aware of all those things. So why don't you also ask who gave them this firepower? Where did they get it from? How do they get this? Oh, and mind you, we have not seen one person being arrested about buying any farmer. Nobody have, even all this pipe you hear in Benue State, nobody is facing trial. Not even to call me. Imagine if motopass businessmen and women, that's mainly Igbo people. Okay, imagine if they are moving from state to state to make sure that they seize land and shops, and if they come to any market to sell their goods, if you ask them to move to this place, they will buy you. Just imagine that. Or maybe they are moving. We have this kind of what kind of business we are using? And going to farmland or in the north, buying Flanese people in their car or in the north, and they're telling you that we are here we are doing that, because we are under ECOWAS. That's the recent argument. What do you think that those people will be saying in Senate? I was told that having rifle in Nigerian law is an offense without license. Those people, they are foreigners that don't have any visa, and they managed to come in with rifle. How many of you can travel to Ghana with a rifle? How many of you can travel to UK or US with you have a very strong catapult? How many of you can do that? So ECOWAS law is supersede the law that you said you have in your country. And who is the leader of ECOWAS? Nigeria. Nigerian government. This is the one that is giving sanction. Have you forgotten? Anyway, let's not dwell on that much. We don't. What I'm saying that is for some of our brothers that are still worrying in that. You need to rethink and do the needful and be who you are. Don't look for trouble and maintain your space. Anyway, thank you guys for your time. We are going to end it now. Like I said, I tried my best to see if this thing will not get to 1 hour, but I couldn't do it. I did not make it, guys. We are now 1 hour 5 minutes. So thank you so much and see you again on our next one. Hopefully, we are going to be live again later our broadcast. Stay with us and subscribe. Bye bye for now. Thank you, guys. Clement, client test mail. I see you. Who again? Let me open it from my PC. Minimalist. I see you. Armstrong, of course, one of us. I see you, my brother. And Akbobi, I think Akbobi have gone, and you would have reference. Thank you, guys. Steve, Don Data, I see you, Steve. Greeting to you guys, and see you again. Bye bye. Please, before you go, like the video, okay? Like the video, it's very important. Take care, and God bless you. Bye bye.